Want to know the real secret to consistent income without chasing new leads? It's not flashy, it's not trendy, and it's something that a lot of people overlook. It's long-term clients. They are absolutely gold. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here from Essetinomedia, and on this channel, we show you how to create profitable content. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why the power of long-term clients is absolutely gold. So I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with long-term clients and why I think they're so valuable for your business and why you should be building up to getting long-term clients. So in my opinion, building long-term client relationships is one of the most powerful things that you can do for your business. Not only is the income predictable, but it saves you a lot of time and energy. And that leads me to point number 1, predictable revenue. Long-term clients give you predictable revenue. Instead of trying to chase that next sale or wondering where the next sale is going to come from, with the power of long-term clients, you've got consistent income that you can rely on. For example, with our YouTube channel management services, we've got 6 YouTube channels that we are managing. And those 6 people are long-term clients because when they signed up with us, they signed a 1-year contract. And so for 1 year, and hoping to be more, we have this consistent, reliable income that comes in every month. And since we started YouTube channel management and started focusing on filling those channel management spots, we're not wanting to become like a huge agency and have like 50 clients. Our max would be about 10, but those 10 long-term paying clients equals consistent money coming in every month. And because this is a higher ticket service that we offer, the amount that we get per client is quite substantial because it's a full-on channel management service. And so instead of going for volume of having many customers and clients, we're actually wanting to decrease that and have a smaller amount of long-term clients paying us more amount per client. And this leads me into point number 2, lower client acquisition costs, which basically means it's way more expensive to go and find new clients than to service the ones that you already have. Think about it. When you are trying to get a new lead or make a new sale, it's way harder than to already go to a pre-existing client and offer them a product or service like something new that you have. It's way easier to sell to them than to someone completely brand new that has no idea who you are and it's a completely, cold lead. And point number 3, it creates trust. So if you have a long-term client, like you create that relationship with your client for years, there's a trust there. And we have some clients that we've had since 2015, 2016, 2017 that are still our clients to this day. Long-term clients are the ones that refer you new business. They say yes to your new offers and they stick with you. They stick with you along your journey. We have some clients that we've worked with for years where we've built this trust. They don't even need to ask for the price or anything. There's just this trust. They just come to us. I need, this, and this done. We could just send the invoice and then they pay it and then we just start the work. There's no having to convince them of, here's the quote and here's why you should get it. And there's no really selling them anymore because we've been working for years, so there's this trust that goes on. Now let's talk about how to create long-term clients. Well, the first thing is you have to deliver amazing work. The work has to speak for itself. For example, we recently got a new client, so they're not a long-term client yet. They found us on YouTube, and one of our services was to design some PDF graphics. They're brand new, so, they're wary, they're scared, are we gonna scam them? And so we had the initial call, we sent them a quote, and then Arit, my business partner, designed the first PDF, did an amazing job, went above and beyond, listened to what they want, and over-delivered. their response was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is so good. Because of that response, they're probably going to get more PDF designs from us. The next tip is to communicate proactively. So this is something that I have had to learn. You need to over communicate and simplify in your communication. So let's keep going with the same example here. When we got that new lead, they came in through our website, they emailed us inquiring. My business partner got on a call with them, emailed them a quote. They got back to us. Once they paid, we let them know we received the payment and that we're going to get started, and we let them know, okay, in X amount of days, you're going to receive the first draft. Checking in at all points, making sure that everything is okay. And that's on us to make sure everything is okay for the client. And so this is a prime example of a new client that's coming in that we are working with to make into a long-term client. And again, it's not just about delivering the service, because so many people can just deliver the service. Creating long-term clients means you have to create a relationship with the client. So for me, I'm always wanting to take that initial client and create that long-term client, because I know the power of long-term clients. And honestly, it's just way easier. We've done the whole thing where, you sell a lower ticket offer and you have so many different customers. For me, honestly, it was way more of a hassle to deal with. And it was a lot lower of an income than paying attention to the long-term clients, which I call the premium clients, and selling them a higher ticket service. Oh, and also a quick bonus tip on creating long-term clients. We actually use our YouTube channel to create a relationship with our client, because obviously we can't speak to everyone all the time, right? So that's why we create these kinds of YouTube videos, because it creates connection with the viewer that potentially turns into a client. A lot of the times when we get on a call with someone who has inquired through our website, they have watched so many of our YouTube videos and they already kind of get a feel for our personality, what we're gonna say. And oftentimes when we get on the call, they're like, oh, you look like your videos and you sound the same as your videos. And sometimes they'll also say like, oh, I already know you're gonna say this because you've mentioned that many times in your videos. So having a YouTube channel with all these kinds of videos that we put out on Essetinomedia has also helped with creating long-term clients. They usually find us through YouTube. It's either that or in-person networking events. So instead of constantly chasing new clients, look at the ones that you already have and turn them into long-term clients. So those are my thoughts and my experience with long-term clients. If you found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up button. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to know how our YouTube channel gets us clients and then how we turn them into long-term clients, we have a free training down in the description below. You can check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.